I am your host, Michael T. Porter, and I'm bringing the news to your ass like no other. This is a channel that represents a nation of people that strive for excellence and greatness every single day. I have another bomb news live for y'all, but before I begin, y'all hit that like button, the subscribe button, that share button, hit that notification bell so you know when I'm dropping. Also, if you'd like to support the channel, Cash App, sign Michael US. If you guys, everybody hitting me up. Don't forget to check out my Spotify podcast, the 250 Gemstones Culture Podcast. Link is in the description. Don't forget, check out Michael T. Porter Music and Michael Skits and Stories. Oh man, it's going up. It's going up. My other YouTube channels, Michael T. Porter Music and Michael Skits and Stories. Hold on, y'all. It's booming right now. Let's get this poll going. Should let's see, hit the poll. But let's see. Ever going take back authority in the household? That's a good question. I like coming up with things on the spot. Gotta get that question mark. Make sure. Okay, are black men ever here we go. Are black men ever going to take back authority in their household? Start poll. Sup, Dub Lewis? Season salt. What's that mean? What's season salt? Some type of gang code, mafia. They don't want black man. Ask no question. You better shut the fuck up and just vote. Black man, shut your goddamn mouth up and just give Kamala Harris your vote because she black. Don't use your brain. Don't use your God-given instincts and common sense, black man. McCormick. Let's see. Don't go out there and ask for something knowing that everybody else is getting something for their vote. Black man, not all, but most black, I say at least, now I say a good handful of black men ain't doing so well, y'all. Pertaining to the relationship with the black woman, will the black man ever take back authority in his household? Will the black man ever take authority in politics? Will he ever take authority in economics? This message for all black men and men in general, but mainly the black men, because we are the only race where our women are running shit. Let's see. All right, Dub Lewis. What's up, Ronnie Cook, Trump USA? Yeah, Trump, get your orange colored ass, orange Cheeto puff ass back in office. Make me some goddamn money. Trump is a cash cow. But I'm gonna tell you the truth about voting, especially with the black folk. Voting is not gonna help with us impregnating our women and not marrying them. How about that? Voting for Trump is not gonna help with the fact that black man ain't putting his money together. Voting is not going to change the fact that our women are in constant competition with us. Voting is not going to help the fact that we have allowed corrupt pastors in our church. Voting only does so much. A lot of the stuff that we can fix on our own, it starts with the black man. Most importantly, it starts with the eliminating the shame of black man wanting something. Did y'all know that in the hood, if a black man goes to work on time, he's called an Uncle Tom? Did y'all know when a black man takes his kids to school, he stays out the way, he's called a lame? And let's say he's a single father, you know, a lot of the girls think that's corny. They use the word corny because he goes to work and go home with his kids. He stay out the way. He handle his business. Our own people tear us down. So how the hell voting for Trump or Kamala gonna help that? With our screwed up mentality. We have a lot. Mayday, what they say? Houston, we have a problem. America, we have a problem with our black men. The message today, don't ever shame yourself for wanting more. Do not shame, don't allow these politicians, these entertainers, this nigga, Steve Harvey, D.L. Hughley, all these entertainers, Ricky Smiley's, this all of them just trash. If you are a man and you're voting for a woman to lead you, something is deeply wrong. Something is deeply wrong. So, got a troll. So, the coldest to ever do it, Crawford. He was a homosexual in high school. Now he's trying to be straight, and he's confused about his sexuality. So during middle school and high school, he was passed around by the football team, and he lost his mind. He doesn't know if he's a man or a woman, and he's trying to push this energy off on us. So we're going to get Mr. Dakotas out of here. Mr. Dakotas, go find your mom and daddy and ask for forgiveness because they raised some trash right here. Let me see. Whew. I was afraid some of that trash was going to get us on, y'all. I was afraid some of his trash was going to spew on us. Let's see. What's up, Ronald? What's up, Bubba J? Oh, I'm going to explain. Let me see. Aries, Chase, are you in New Mexico? No. I'm in Texas. Let's see. Ronald Edwards. Hey, boss, which Canada is best for helping us avoid a war where we have to send our young? That's all I'm really concerned about with this election. Money problems come second. The war. Trump. We didn't have any wars with Trump. So if you don't want no wars, Ronald, you might want to. If you are gonna vote, do what you got to do. But Trump, we didn't have no wars with Trump. He brought everybody home, and that's a fact. Notice how the Democrats started these wars, got everybody broke, everybody getting their ass thrown out on the curb. Inflation through the roof. Y'all do know Kamala Harris is the president right now. If Joe Biden stepped down, who the hell's running the country right now? It's her. She's next in line. So she's running it right now. And she said, give me more power, then I'll help you, black man. So this is what I'm saying. He said, explain, going back to Bubba. He said, explain. What I'm saying is most of our issues in our communities that the men are not leading. Strong with a force. Absolute force over our families, over ourselves. The black man has detached himself from God. There's a lot of men who I think a lot of black men have given up on Christ. My personal, you got the rise of Islam, you got the rise of the LGBT. That's a religion. You got the rise of the black Hebrew Israelite. A lot of black men have turned from Christ. That's the first problem. A lot of black men are. You know what I also see? A lot of black men. I think a lot of black men, they searching for love. They don't know how to get it because our women can be so trifling sometimes, most of the time. I don't know where this energy came with our women, where they are in constant competition with us. A good handful of our women don't know how to be submissive. A good handful of our women, there is an absolute need to be pretty much be a man. Y'all ever hear that? I don't know if it's in the white communities or the other communities. Y'all let me know. If y'all not black and y'all watching, y'all let me know what's going on out there in the black community. Our black women have a new holiday. It's it's a blended holiday. Is our women get celebrated on Father's Day because she's I'm mommy and daddy. Is that normal in other communities where the mother gets celebrated twice? She gets celebrated. The black queens, they get celebrated on Mother's Day. The single mamas, they get celebrated on Mother's Day, and the black queens get celebrated on Father's Day. I'm mommy ain't daddy because your daddy ain't shit. Woo! How the hell you gonna be a man and you ain't got no balls? How are you a man? You ain't got no eggplant action going. You ain't got no scrotum, no sack. You don't produce human beings. How are you a man? Can't grow a beard. You don't know what a man is. How you gonna be it? Because you took on responsibilities. You're supposed to take on responsibilities. It's your damn child. Taking the responsibilities and providing for your child doesn't necessarily make you a man. It just make you a responsible adult. You understand what I'm saying? But when are you gonna tap into your submissiveness, black woman? Our black women have led our community into the dump. The powers that be have invested a lot of money in backing our black women, and the voice of the black man has become a joke. Let's see. I believe we have different views on political. As guess I'm considered a Democrat. However, I won't matter who leads, but they need to be poised, educated, and believe in the values of American people. If someone wants to be, yeah. But he said it doesn't matter. It does matter who's in office, though. That's the only thing I'll push back. If you whatever lifestyle you choose, well, all these things overall, respecting one another. That's pretending to respect. But when you talk about progress of a country, well, two men can't procreate. So how the country can continue? How can the essence of the country continue if everybody's involved in this lifestyle? And a woman should never lead in a high position like this because she's the weaker of the species. I want you to think if she becomes president, that means her husband will be the first man or the second man. Her husband, who's supposed to be leading her, will have to follow her lead. The military will have to take orders from a woman. Absolutely not. Yep, shout out Yahoda. But I agree with you, Bubba J. You gotta have that respect for human beings. People gonna do what they do, but at what point do we say it's destroying our society? That's when it becomes a problem. Let's see. The Lion King. Thank you for the modern sense, my God. We are voting again to support such disgraceful policy led by our women. What's up, Rain God? You gotta open their feminine energy. For a long time, the black man wasn't present, so it will take time. Black man not being present, that's a good point. How are we going to get a father to care of his kids? I'm the stepfather. And we got to hold black men accountable. Listen, there's been a lot of lies. Everything is mashed up. Who's lying? Who's telling the truth? Do black men, there's been a stigmatism. Movies been pushing it. Music, media. Black men are not good fathers. They knock up these big booty black women and then they leave, right? What I found firsthand, a lot of that is true, but a lot of black men want to be with their kids, but the mothers want that money from the system. So she deliberately broke up the family. Meaning, the moment she don't get her way, she's gonna go down to the court because they're not married. And that's the problem with the black man. He's not marrying, but they had the child. She gets in her feelings and put him on child support. There's so many stories of black men and the men in general that say that they beg their woman not to take them down to the court. He said, I'll even give you the money. We can come up with our own way to co-parent. Please, please, please don't take me to court. You know what that woman did? Especially a black woman, took his black ass to court. Every time you got to go to court, you got to pay them court fees. Every time you have a court date, you got to take off from work. Every time the man trying to get some more money, she finds out, she's gonna take him down to court. So now his child support payment goes up. The child support payment goes up. So the black man has to start moving different, my opinion, if because voting is not gonna solve that. Voting is not gonna solve the fact that black man is not marrying the black woman. At the end of the day, both parties are held responsible because it's really the man. It's the man, because when everybody's looking at the situation, why didn't you marry this girl? So you knew that pounding her guts in, it's warm, it's wet. You keep doing that, eventually you're going to explode in her guts and have a baby. So as a man, you knew that. So you got to have dick discipline. You got to move accordingly. If you're not trying to be with this woman long term, wrap it up. But it also falls on the woman. You have to carry this child. See, that man, he can knock you up and run away. You never hear from him again. A woman, I would have to say, has to be more responsible than the man, because you have to carry that child. You can't escape. That man can escape. Let's see. Are black men ever going to take back authority in their households? Damn. Whoa, look what we got here, y'all. Look what we got here. Damn, it says only 38% said yes. 62% said no. So over 60% of the voters, the people who responded, saying black men will never take back authority in their households. I can't even contest it. Do I believe black men gonna take back their households? Raise strong black families, do like the Indians, do like the Latinos, handle business like the other men in other communities? As of now, I'm going to say no. I'm going to have to go with the no, because it's not so much the women, it's our own men. You know, there's black men voting for Kamala Harris. How are you a man voting for a woman? That lets me know your mindset. Either we're just desperate for a leader, either they hate Trump so much, or they really, but a lot of black men believe women are goddesses, like they're above them. Betas. We have a lot of betas in our community, right? There's no way a grown man is going to vote for a woman to lead him to prosperity. Absolutely not. It's not bashing women. Women are intelligent. Women are their strength comes in a different form. When you're talking about politics, you're talking about military, you're talking about force, you're talking about the figurehead. Our figure would be the softer of the species, the weaker of the species. A woman will be telling a general of the military what to do. A woman will be telling the general of the world's greatest military what to do. That doesn't even sound right. It don't look right. Makes us look weak. It's about force. That type of force was needed to be done comes from men. A woman's power comes from her support and submissiveness to a strong man. Women are very intelligent. Women, they're the nurturers. They're the ones that they're great counselors to their leaders, which are the men. Women can be great counselors if they're aligned, if their souls and spirits are right. They can be great counselors, but they're supposed to be behind the scene, right? When you talking about missiles and tanks, economy, When you talking about commanding absolute respect, a woman cannot do it. A woman can only go so far, no matter how intelligent she is. That type of force, there's something about a man, the structure, the bones, the force, the muscles, the absolute desire to destroy. It's natural for men to do this. In our nature, to go out there and hunt, to kill, to do these type of things, right? That's our role, and this is where we need to operate in. Our women are supposed to support that. They're supposed to nurture our idea. Whatever idea that a man has, she's supposed to nurture it. Baby, I support you. Or even if she disagrees, she can have an intellectual conversation. Even if she disagrees, she can have an intellectual conversation with her man or the leader, whoever's in power, and still be in her role and still be effective. I'm not saying women are not effective. I'm saying you talking about the president of the United States cannot be a woman. Absolutely not. She's not. What's let's see. What we got? I think it's happening more and more. One day you guys will get there. It should. Hopefully we get there. What's up, Gina? Hearts, poetry, power. All caps. She's not allowed to disagree. Steven. Somebody did Steven wrong. Steven ain't playing. Steven ain't playing with him. Neither am I. Because I'm going to tell y'all something. Women, y'all get a little close. Women hate weak men. So why are they promoting this? I don't know any woman, lesbian women, straight women, black women, white women. No woman admires, desires a weak man. It's absolutely, they pretend like they pretend that they want a weak man. You know, when they battling against you, me, and you don't hear me, and blah, blah, blah. That's what women gonna do. They gonna get in their feelings, and then you as a man, you just calm them down. You understand what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, they want a father-like figure on their arm. They want a father-like figure to propose to them. They want a father-like figure. When I'm talking about father, I'm talking about authority. They want authority-like figures when they come home. Oh, I got a man in there. I ain't saying you gotta be rough with her. You gotta be rough with her most of the time, but be genuine, be kind to her. But at the end of the day, overall, women are attracted to forceful men, intelligent men, kind men, men that's going to help her build, a man that's going to hold her down. They crave that. So I'm so confused why they keep telling black men to act like weenies. What we got here? Women hate chodes. It was said, we don't want weak men. We just want to win every argument. Hey, y'all women do be doing that. Y'all, why do y'all have to compete so hard? Why y'all gotta win so much? Let your man win. Damn. I want to win that's true. And that's her nature to rebel. See, it's the yin and yang. A woman's, if all throughout the Bible, her feminine energy rebels against the masculine energy. It's just in her nature to rebel. But that's when you pour on more masculine. That's all you gotta do is keep pouring on that masculinity. She's gonna come around. She's gonna shut up eventually. She's gonna love you even more because she's trying to see how strong is she. She has to win the argument. She is he a real man? It's in her nature. Kind of like little children. They always gonna try to test you. And once you just keep passing the test, fellas, especially black men. I don't know other cultures, they're passing the test with ease. They are passing the test, but with a black woman, all day, every day. Most, not all, but most. But a black woman cannot be leading this. No woman should ever lead the United States. Now, I don't know how the other countries roll. Absolutely not. No beta males, no tampon Timmy. This nigga coming through with trying to put tampons in our boys' restroom. He needs to be investigated. Let's see. I only do yin and yang like, man. Only sigmas here. only sigmas. There's levels to it, no betas. And I ain't no red because I don't red pill niggas. They kind of extreme. I'm like, okay, you telling men to go out and uh women are not bad all the time. Once you understand women, do you understand how much your masculinity is needed? Just keep pouring it on. Now, if you poured on that if you poured on that masculinity thick and it just ain't working, it's time to leave. Because at the end of the day, as a man, you gotta grow. You gotta get shit. You gotta get homes. You gotta take care of bills. You gotta make investments. You ain't got really time to be playing with this woman, right? If she's constantly challenging you, eventually that's gonna be a turn off to strong men. That's gonna be an absolute turn off. That's gonna be a turn off because a man that's about something, he's going to want to build. He's gonna want to build, and he want his woman to be in compliance. Look at Jermaine Dupri. I'm gonna show y'all Jermaine Dupri. Another black man. Black men are not even allowed to ask questions, my G. We're not even allowed to challenge the black woman or any woman, but especially the black one. We are not even allowed to speak up for ourselves in our households. Not this one. I'm speaking. I'm roaring. I'm gonna speak up for my damn self. I'm gonna speak up for my damn self.
As you see me do every day. Real quick, I want to talk about the DNC. I feel like the DNC has been going, out here getting these 5 miles in.
Look at that.
You see me do every day.
Black
quick,
man.
I want to talk about the DNC. I feel like the DNC has been going amazing, but I also feel like tonight Kamala Harris has a pretty difficult job, right? And it's interesting because the Republican correspondent that's been doing the roundup after the DNC has ended, he asked the question that I kind of asked Kamala when we had our second meeting. The fact that she's in office right now, she's in the White House right now. And the guy, he said, what makes y'all believe that she's gonna get this stuff done if she becomes president and she's already in the House? And it's a tricky question because I asked Kamala basically the same thing, right?
He asked her.
So many words.
He spoke up.
And I asked her, like, as the vice president, why they don't let her talk when, Biden seems like he needed someone to speak up for him. I thought that's what the role of the vice president was to help the president. And basically, she kind of let me know that her hands was tied, that they didn't really allow her to be a voice like that in that space. And tonight, I don't know if she's gonna, I want to see how if she even touches on this, because if she doesn't touch on it, that's the question that I feel like the people that have mixed decisions about voting for her, this is one of the questions. This is the top question that they had. And like I said, this is what the Republicans are saying. They never heard the part about her hands being tied. And if she says something about her hands being tied, then it makes it look like the White House or the Democratic Party didn't really want her to exceed. So she can't really say her hands was tied, but she does have to step into that space. This is something I do believe.
See that? She come up with all kind of excuses. Her hands were tied, so she can't speak up. So you're not even a good vice president. How the hell are you gonna be a good president? I don't know what kind of world we're gonna be in the next 10 years. But this absolutely blows my mind. What's up, Pascal? Hey, Pascal in the house. Janice X, Gina Hart's poetry. Janice X, yeah. Yeah, he was blowing out Janice back. This woman will make every type of excuse not to answer just a simple question. You're in the office now, as Jermaine Dupri stated. You're in the office now. What are you doing for the American people now? Because you have the power now. Her two responses are, my hands are tied, but continue to vote for me. And once I become your president, then I'll be able to do something because I have more power. So by your logic, by her logic, we would have to continue to support her no matter what until she reaches this imaginary level of power, and then she's going to help. Just keep supporting. A black man can't ask for questions. They gave the Asian crime bill, the Asian hate crime bill. Was it the Asian hate? Yeah. No hate crimes against the Asians during the pandemic. Everybody was blaming the Asians, and they were attacking the Asians because of the coronavirus, right? So during all this madness that was going on, people losing their jobs, people didn't want to take the shot, people got laid off because they didn't want to take the shot, and they were blaming the Chinese. And so the Chinese embassy said, you're going to have to put something in place, talking about Joe Biden and Democrats. You have to put something in place to ensure that my people are protected in your country. I didn't even know other countries had embassies over here. Everybody's protected. Indians are protected from India. The Native Americans are protected. They got their own land. They got their own territory. They don't have to work. The Native Indians are protected. Indians from India are protected. The Asians are protected. You better not talk about no goddamn Jew. Anti-Semitism. Anti-Semitics. The Jews are protected. Their embassy. The Muslims, the Arabics, they're protected. So as we see all these other cultures in America get protection, the one time black man actually got his brain together and say, hey, you want our vote? Because black man ain't not really caring about the skin color. We're caring about the absolute most important color, well, colors, blue and green, money. The two colors the black man's concerned about. Blue is not black and white, it's blue and green. What are you going to do to get that blue and green in my pocket? And she won't answer any questions. Well, you're the president now because Joe Biden, they're already planning funeral arrangements for Joe Biden. He don't know where he at. You're pretty much the president now. What are you doing now? Why are you so fixated on deleting children in the womb of their mother's stomachs? What were you doing marrying two women? Weren't you in charge of the border? The border's wide open. See, when the black man began to actually use his brain, align himself with, especially if he aligned himself with God, use his brain, try to get him some money, they'll close the door on your bitch ass. They'll close the door so goddamn quick. They're closing the door, and then they shame the black man for asking fundamental questions. She's saying that deleting children, terminating life in the womb, reproductive rights, terminating life, these little miracles that's growing inside their mother's stomach. She said these are fundamental rights for a woman to kill her child. Did y'all know that there was, I hearing on the streets, there's Planned Parenthood at the DNC. They had 25 abortions at the DNC. Let me see. What's up, Africa is King? Well, she already said no to black people. Thank you, Africa is King. She said it. No, I'm gonna pull it. See. Let's see. 4 years unvaxxed. I'm no sheep. No anti-hate crime against us black people after they dragged Mr. Bird's body to their truck throughout the street until his head was separated. Oh, when did it? Where this happened at? Mr. Bird's? Oh, let me see. Nah, Wi-Fi. Let me see if my new modem came in. Black men need to stop identifying as black men. That's a false identity. Why is that a false identity with black? Identities and cultures have been throughout the whole, even before we were born in biblical days. Canaanites, Israelites, Levites, Moabites, Persians, Romans. I mean, everybody identify as something. We black. Your ass is black. Black. Let me pull this thing up. Yeah, no protection for blacks. And as soon as the black man, my message, get right with God. Start moving like, just move like a man. You know what you got to do. Don't ever allow your woman, she's not equal to you in every aspect. We're equal in some regards, just like she can have a baby. That makes her superior because she has to carry life. I can't carry a child. That's one for the woman. Let me see, Bird. Yeah. What's up, Lucas? No, I'm trying to. Let's see. Well, actually, let me check. It's time to check the post. Oh, it's changed up a little bit. Are black men ever going to take back authority in their households? Oh, it's starting to change up. 44% say yes. 56% say no. Those of you just joining, we're talking about black men being shamed for being men in their households, in every aspect of life, in their households and politics. We're not allowed to be men and call things what it is. Authority in the household, meaning our women are in complete compliance with our authority, meaning I have a way of running my house. The black woman's on board. Ain't no back talk. Ain't no pushback. Thank you for this. Thank you for subscribing. Africa is King. Let's see. What's up? Malkuth X. Yeah, that birth situation happened around 2004. Okay, a little bit older. It's just live. I'm gonna go see it. Working super fast. Let me see. Yeah, so that's where the black man's standing. Everything is surrounded by promoting the hierarchy of black women above the black men. So the media, the music, everything is about putting the black woman above the black man. She's at the top. She's the apex. She's at her apex in the household. I'm saying, will the black men ever reverse and put things back in its proper place? Absolute ruler of his wife and children. And collectively, all the black men in the community continue to build and move like men, legally or illegally, because most of these corporations were, they got the money to start these corporations through some illegal means. Just because it's a well-established organization today, I'm talking about businesses, that didn't mean it was funded legally. You understand what I'm saying? So, is the black man gonna be back on top? Is the black man gonna stop allowing news media and celebrities for shaming him for asking something for his damn vote? Because at the end of the day, see all Ricky Smiley and all of them, they got big money. They got big money. So while they want you not to ask for anything, because we need this shit that we're asking for, we have needs in our community, we have concerns that we need to address. They're going back to their mansions, and we're going back to the hood trying to figure this stuff out. These black celebrities are worst of the worst. Worst of the worst. Malcolm X called it out long time ago. Dick Gregory and all these other clowns. These people are paid to destroy our community. They're sellouts. So this is what I was going back to what I was saying earlier. A black man that goes up, get his ass up to work, working 2 jobs. He work in the morning, take his kids to school, go to his first job, pick his kids up from school, get the babies to his wife. Then he goes to his second job, stays out the way, don't gang bang. And then after working 2 jobs, every other day he'll study for his exam, going to work, school. Even if you're younger, if you out the way, in a lot of instances, a lot of our children, I don't know if it's an American thing or a black thing, have demonic spirits because of their parents. Their parents are trash, and they pushing that trash mentality on their kids. So you got kids that want something in life, going to school with kids who ain't gonna be shit, and it's mixed up. There's a lot of friction, right? So our women don't praise hardworking, intelligent black men, especially in the early years, 15 to 25, But with that being said, is that the type of woman that you want on your arm? What? Africa's King say Roland Martin wore a shirt on his show saying that the shirt said, "Vote like a black woman." Hey, people may disagree with me, but nobody like Roland Martin. Nobody likes Roland Martin. And I heard the first time I heard about him, my mama said, first off, nigga, you Jamaican, right? What you doing speaking on American business? Now, Americans have made contributions to America, but he's another spineless, weak man trying to keep black folks in darkness. The black man has to rise, and move in a certain way in order to get the race moving. We gotta get it moving, but we can't move. Now, I do believe that to a degree, but Kevin Samuels was talking about the community only goes as far as the women will allow, with their cooperation, with their nurturing spirit, with their femininity, with their will to trust and support their men. Everything in America is catered to women in general, but especially the black woman, right? And here's the thing. This is why I say I don't think black men are going to recover. I say anytime soon. Black women are not going to give up this false sense of power. They're not going to give it up. They're being praised through the music for treating the black man down. They're being trained to act like men. I went down to Kroger and I accidentally bumped into this big booty girl. It was a girl. At least I thought it was. And I was getting some Pringles, and I was going to the aisle, and her back was turned, like she was getting something. So I'm kind of like behind her. So I'm looking for the chips, and because I'm tall and she's short, so I was looking up, and I went to go get the chips. As I was turning to the chips, like she was kind of bent over searching, but I gave her some space. But when she turned around, she almost hit me. And she got up and she turned around, and I'm trying to get my chips. And I was like, oh, my bad. But here's the thing. When she rose up and turned around, this is a woman. I know women. I believe it was a woman. She turned around and had a beard. I don't know what's going on in y'all city, in Dallas, Texas. I'm starting to see this with a lot of our women. They have beard. It's a woman. I knew it was a woman. But I don't know if those pills make them grow hair. I don't know if it was she had to been taking pills because she had the softest voice. I don't know. Maybe it was. I don't know. It was just strange. I was like, what the hell is going on in our community? What is the absolute need for our women to be so masculine? for our men to be so feminine. Hey, a lot of, like I said, voting won't solve these problems. This is it's an internal problem. This is D-Day. This is Normandy. Let's see. I'm serious. Look it up when you have. Roland does too, but it's the pill. Yeah, them hormone pills. Let me see if it worked now. Oh, there we go. Yeah, this is some crazy stuff. See if I can get Roland Martin, roly poly ass in here. Let's see. It's crazy. Gina said, was it like the mustache on the Pringle? Yep. Yep, it was starting to twist. It was starting to twist. I said, now wait a minute. This is a woman. I know that shit was crazy. I see a lot of it. More than me. I mean, I'm like, so going back earlier in the comments when they said people can do what they want to do, but yeah, at the end, but it does affect society. So at what point do we say we have to push back on certain things because it's detrimental to the society? A strong country must have strong households, and those households must be ran by strong men. It must be ran by cooperative women. So I'm not understanding how certain groups are pushing these ideology that twist the minds of men and women, and you thinking that society is gonna move forward. Hey, we back up on it now. Let me see what this. Let me see images. Hey, this is what Africa is King was talking about. My internet. I gotta go check. My new modem supposed to be here today. If not, I'm gonna call Spectrum, bitch ass. Okay, now we rolling. This man is crazy. Oh yeah, he's paid. Roland Martin is paid. And I ain't bad. If y'all like Roland Martin, y'all continue to watch it because y'all can watch me and him. Shit, there's enough to go around. Cause I'm gonna do me. We gonna thrive. I don't give a damn. You understand what I'm saying? Cause a lot of people be like, they try to bash other people. We just calling out what we calling out. Like you ain't gonna stop us from calling out the buffoonery. Look at this nigga. Vote. This is a grown man. He's old enough to be my dad, bruh. He's old enough to be some of y'all daddies too. Look at this nigga. Vote like a black woman. This is a grown man. He's supposed to be leading the way. Look, take a good look. Wow. Vote like a black woman. So that means, are you a woman, Roland? Or Rolanda? Is there something you want to tell us? Is there something you want to tell us, Roland Martin? Rolanda Martin, what you mean vote like a black woman? In order to vote like a black woman, so what you saying, just vote off language that makes you feel good? What kind of man moves like that? A man can't move on feelings. A man cannot move on, we have to move on facts, analytics, data, numbers. We have to move on numbers. How is this gonna help me get to where I need to go? Because I'm trying to get some stuff. I need to get what I need to get. Hold on. Cause I don't know how this man sat up there with a straight face and said, vote like a black woman. Feel good language. Make me feel good. And I'll vote for you. Stroke my ego. Tell me some lies. The black man has to take back authority quick. We have to take back. So I don't play that shit. Like, I did when I was young because my early years trying to figure out women, but you just gotta stick to the Bible. We are equal, but
one platform.
but in certain aspects. But overall, one of them aspects in leadership, we are not equal in leadership. Our leadership comes different. Our leadership comes different. Absolutely not. I'm gonna follow my woman. She's telling me do this and do that. No. You do not make all the decisions. It's ran through me. I pour into you. Now women can pour into their man, but they're weaker. That their minds are weak and they're easy. What I'm saying is women are easily manipulated. You know, even the most brilliant women, they can be persuaded easily. That's why the serpent had to go to the woman, because they're easily persuaded. Right? A man ain't gonna just move. A man has to have discipline. A man has to follow them instructions. A man has to stay on code. Our strength comes from discipline. Their strength comes from being nurturing. Leadership goes through the man first. I ain't say women can lead, but it's a different type of leadership. It's nurturing, being submissive. The foundation is through the man. And the woman, her beauty comes from support. Her beauty comes being submissive. Her beauty comes from allowing the man to pour into her so she can pour into the kids if they have kids. When a woman is on your program and you a man that wants to go somewhere, she is a blessing. A man that findeth a man that findeth a wife finds a good thing. You find a wife that's going to support you and love you and allow you to be a man to operate in your masculinity. Because in the end, she wins. She's the beneficiary. She get the rings. She get the diamonds. She get the cars. If something happened to your dumb ass, she gets everything while you alive. And she gets everything when you leave. It's crazy. I don't know what's wrong with these people. Look at. She said, I am not going to help black people only. I will not help black people. I will not.
Do you support reparations for black people?
Look.
Well, listen. Again, we had over 200 years of slavery. We had Jim Crow for almost a century. We had legalized discrimination and segregation, and now we have segregation and discrimination that is not legal but still exists.
Answer the
and
question.
A barrier to progress. We have disparities around housing. We have disparities around education. We have disparities around income. And we have to recognize that everybody did not start out on an equal footing in this country.
Reparations.
And in particular, black people have not.
Answer the question.
And so we have got to recognize that and do something about that and give folks a lift up. That's why, for example, I'm proposing the LIFT Act. Give people who are making $100,000 or less as a family a tax credit, which will benefit and uplift 60% of black families who are in poverty.
So by default, it affects black families, but there's not a particular policy for African Americans.
Listen.
But no, if you look at the reality of who will benefit from certain policies, when you take into account...
She said no, y'all.
At the same place.
She said by default it will help black people, but the interviewer, the host, said there's nothing specific for black folk. I rewind just a little bit. I'm gonna let it play. Watch this. She said no.
When you take into account that they're not starting at the same place and they're not starting on equal footing, it will directly benefit black children, black families, black homeowners, because the disparities are so significant. So if we focus on the specific issues that have resulted in the greatest disparities, and we understand that that's part of why we're doing it.
This is our future president, bro.
The reality also is this: any policy that will benefit black people will benefit all of society. Let's be clear about that. Let's really be clear about that. So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit black people.
But that's the part I was looking at. Here we go.
Whatever benefits that black family will benefit that community and
She's a socialist.
Country.
She don't want black people to be ahead on anything.
The reality also is this: any policy that will benefit black people will benefit all of society. Let's be clear about that. Let's really be clear about that. So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit black people. No, because that black family will benefit that community and society as a whole in the country, right?
Wow.
Do you
You heard it for yourself. She said, no, nigga, stop begging. I would not do anything only for black people. See, when I pull up this stuff, I'm not lying on these people. It's what they said. And this woman wants to be in a position to rule over the mightiest nation on earth. How long y'all think we're going to last? Let's go to the votes. Are black men ever going to take back authority in their households? It's almost even. 45% say yes, 55% say no. This is absolutely crazy. This is and I'm not a hardcore Republican. I believe in the Republican values, small businesses, freedom, free market. I believe everybody should have the opportunity to make them some money. I believe in all the the tax breaks that you get from starting the businesses. Starting businesses in real estate, I think is very beneficial to all people in America who want to get into it. That's how you really build wealth. I feel if a person works hard, he should not end up in the same place that a lazy person is, because this is what socialism is. No matter how hard you work, you will end up in the same class as somebody who don't work hard, because you bust your ass and all of your money has to go to people who made bad decisions. Now, do we all make bad decisions? Yes. I'm talking about the people who've made making bad decisions a lifestyle. Who decided that having a whole bunch of children without getting educated, without getting some money, continuously to do this, and I have to pay for it. I don't think that's right. I don't think that's right that people who want some in life have to continuously fork up cash to people who aren't ambitious. And I'm just talking about the programs, and I feel that people that work really hard and have made major contributions to society shouldn't be taxed to death. Like California, how in the hell California tax everybody on everything and they're still broke? I don't want my money going to the government either. I do not want my money going to people who are lazy, and I don't want my money going to the government either. Now, realistically, it will leave, but I'm trying to minimize, as I said, the Republican Foundation, minimize how much money is going out. That's absolutely crazy. Because our money's going out. What they doing with it? What are they doing with the money? That's what I'm trying to figure out. They're not helping with the student loans. They made a small dent, but I'm talking about healthcare, vision care. Dental care needs to be revised. Thank God I had enough money to get my teeth done. Dental care is absolutely way too expensive. Most people would love a beautiful smile, just can't afford it. Can't afford it. Now, these are the type of conversations we need to have, and we're not having it because the black man is told to shut his goddamn mouth, and you bring it up again, I'm gonna knock the teeth out your damn mouth. How about that? Shut the fuck up and just vote. Damn! Like Smokey and Craig. Damn! Take your glasses off. This is crazy. She said it 5 years ago on the Griot. Well, no, I'm not going to just say I'm going to put something in place just for black people. Like, Kamala Harris is kind of offended that this black woman asked about doing something only for blacks. So the overall message today, in order to be great, we got to make great decisions. It is not a great decision to allow somebody to shame you for wanting the most out of life. It's not a great decision to allow politicians, people in your neighborhood, this primarily for black men, but it's for all men, for all people. Don't allow nobody to shame you for using your brain and common sense and instincts. Shame you for trying to grow. Shame you for wanting more in life. There's a lot of bums in this world. Hate to say it. There's a lot of low energy, bummy, just trash. There's a lot of trash out here. And see, you're gold, right? We gold. We're emeralds. We're rubies. We are rubies surrounded by garbage juice. We are rubies, gemstones. We are gemstones. We are rare. We're not. What Kendrick said, they not like us. We ain't like them rest of them folks. Black man gonna have to start ruling. The way he moves have to be different. Take back your damn household. The black woman had to stop putting the the courts and the black woman has married the government. That's gonna be I'm gonna make another live. The black woman has married the United States government. She runs to that goddamn white man for everything, for food, for housing. The black woman acts so slow that she's not even competent enough just to just have a mature conversation with her baby daddy and say, hey, we don't need the courts. Let's just have a meaningful conversation and let's see what's best for our children. Shouldn't go down to that white man. The white man panders to the black woman. It is off. It's jumping, y'all. It is jumping. So voting is not going to fix a mentality. And I don't think the black woman's going to give up this power. She has such, not just black women, our women, and they're slowly coming out of it. They're very slowly coming out of it because they're going to their rightful place of being weak, submissive, and allowing the man to lead them and guide them. A black woman giving up that power, the movies are catered to her. It's all in the music. Get that head, get that bread, then leave. It's jumping, y'all. But y'all flood my comments. Tell somebody about the channel. Those of you that been with me since day one, appreciate it. Those of you just found the channel, just subscribe. Grateful for every view, for every comment, for every reaction. Grateful, y'all. We only going to grow. As y'all can see, we going up. Start pumping out more of these videos. Get this technical difficulties solved quickly, so we have even a better show. But I appreciate y'all. In order to be great, we gotta make great decisions. 250 capital G. I'm gone.